Yes, sir. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, as your New York Knicks beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 119-111. Ladies and gentlemen, your New York Knicks move to 1-0 on the season. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope all is well. Big win for the New York Knickerbockers. Great win. Sloppy win. Sloppy game at times. That third quarter was a little dicey, but ultimately this New York Knicks got the stench out of their back. Cleveland swept them last year. Knicks game one, didn't know if Karl-Anthony Towns was going to play. He gutted his way during this game. Karl-Anthony Towns, I thought, with a really good game for the New York Knicks. OG Anunoby. We'll get into it all, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Once again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Man, what a game tonight. We got LV live outside the stadium right now. We'll get him in here in a quick second. Hold on, what a game at the Garden. Look, the Knicks came out swinging, right? 33 points in that first quarter, setting the tone early. Ariel Hukporti was active all over the glass, protecting the paint. Hukporti looked really good. Look, Towns picked up two personal fouls in the first quarter. You're like, no, here we go again. Not this. But you could tell the New York Knicks had a game plan defensively. I thought they were awesome when it mattered the most, and obviously led by OG Anunoby. Look, 9 of the first 15 shots for the New York Knicks were from deep, and we'll get into the box score. They're going to be chucking threes, and I kind of like it. I like it. It's the new NBA. We saw Tyler Kolek out there, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Brown went 11 deep in a game where you have no Mitchell Robinson, no Josh Hart. Mike Brown surprises us all. Plays Jamison, plays Tyler Kolek. 11 deep off of the bench. And look, I don't want to rain on Tom Thibodeau, but this is exactly why some Knicks fans, including myself, wanted a new voice in here for games like tonight. Go deep in your bench. Let's see what they got. And Tyler Kolek tonight, really, really good, timely spot minutes from Tyler Kolek. Just looks like he's ready. And I'm excited. Landry Shamet with some big buckets and some big minutes for the New York Knicks. Right? So this is why we are here and at this point. 11 deep for the guys, man. Wow. What a game. We are now 1-0 in the season. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Let me see if I can get LV live in here really quick. Live from the outside of Madison Square Garden. Give me a second. All right, make this little smaller. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat once again. LV Live is live from outside the stadium.
Yo, what's going on, man?
We can hear you. What's going on, LV? How's it shaking? How was the game?
Yo, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I'm gonna stop right here while you know what I mean? But it was great, man. It was great. Make sure I'm centered here. Sorry.
No, you're good.
All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Cameras all over the place. Sorry.
How about that?
Hey, listen, OG Anunoby was a monster, man. OG Anunoby was a monster. I think this high-paced offense is really going to work. But what I love most and what I saw tonight, firsthand, I don't know how it looked on TV, it was a lot of, like, everyone was sharing the ball. Everybody was sharing the ball. Everybody was involved. And no one seemed nervous. Yep. Everybody seemed like they knew what they were doing in regards to running their offense and everything. It was just great, man. It was just great to see all together. And I will say this. I think Mike Brown is starting to identify like the strengths of certain people and what they can do. He made a lot of great adjustments.
Talk about it.
Especially bringing in like OG Anunoby in to guard Evan Mobley, right?
Talk about it. Yep.
Certain things like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was great in there, man. Great energy. The garden was on fire, so it was great to see.
OG Anunoby was phenomenal tonight. And Deuce McBride off the bench for the New York Knicks was phenomenal as well. Mike Brown closed with Deuce McBride. Mikal Bridges had his moments in this game. Team effort, LV. Just an incredible game, incredible, atmosphere. That third quarter of doom, it got
hello.
Got kind of dicey there. Oh, LV
Tim, what up, Tim? What's going on, boss? Nice to meet you.
LV can't hear me again. But yeah.
Can you hear me?
LV, you got me?
Yeah, it's Tim Thomas. Yeah.
LV, you there? LV probably having some technical difficulties, but we'll hop him back in here. But yo, LV, you there? All right. So look, I thought the substitutions from Mike Brown tonight were elite. I thought the
So
LV,
Tim
you
Thomas.
there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, it was kind of going crazy. I just ran into Tim Thomas just there. I was talking to him. What's up?
Oh, Tim Thomas. That's what's up.
LB live story too, man. I went to camp with Tim Thomas back in the day, man. Long time ago, man.
Hey,
how
about Mike Brown going 11 deep? Tyler Kolek. How about him going in his bench? How about him going to his bench 11 deep? LV expanding the rotation.
Yeah, 11 deep. Yo, you know what, man? That's great. That's a great point, man. You know what? Also, too, what I loved, Tyler Kolek didn't seem nervous. He seemed extremely confident and knew what he wanted to do. And that's what I wanted to see, right? How a lot of those young guys going to come in and look. I thought he ran the offense great. If he looks like that, we might have our point guard for the second unit. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really good. Also, two guys, Shamet came in and gave great minutes. I thought he was solid defensively as well. I knocked down a couple of threes. Jordan Clarkson didn't have a great night, but that's how he is. He's like a microwave. He's off and on. So he's going to have his good days and his bad days. But the beauty of having a deep bench is that it doesn't matter because you got a guy like Shamet, right? So that's the beauty of that, man. But listen, a total team win, man. Listen, it was great. Even when the Cavs came back, I didn't feel worried with the Knicks. The Knicks had control of the game, man. They couldn't do nothing to stop us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Spider tried to do the best he could, but they don't have enough firepower to deal with us, man. And we scored 119 easy. That was an easy 119. Easy.
Yep, easy.
That's how the game looked, man, in person. So, but listen, man, let me get up out of here. Listen, great show as always, boys. Everybody hit that like, share, subscribe button for my man Ant. All right, I'm going to holler at you, boss. Take it easy, man.
Appreciate you. Get home safe. Get home safe, LV. LV live from the Garden. He's literally his name. LV live from Madison Square Gardens. Get some love for LV Live, man. What a game. And look, take it back to that first quarter, right? You set in the tone. Mikal Bridges in that first quarter, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist in that first quarter for the New York Knicks, right? Setting the tone. Let's get this box score up on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so here is the New York Knicks box score. Look, 119, 111. OG Anunoby, 24 and 14. Amazing basketball game from OG Anunoby. The last steal in the fourth quarter, I mean, the way he tracked that ball, the defensive instincts for OG Anunoby, you can tell. I feel like he can contend for Defensive Player of the Year. He wants to be all first team defense, and he can definitely do that. Karl-Anthony Towns, look, 19 points, 5 of 12 from the field. It wasn't pretty for Karl-Anthony Towns, but I thought he played tough. I thought he played aggressive, rebounding the hell out of the basketball. It was just a tough, gritty game for Cat, and I like to see him have games like this because 104 from 3. Look, he had a tough assignment versus Mobley and versus Allen at times. So, Cat, man, shout out to you, Karl-Anthony Towns. Ariel Hukporti. Look, started the game. He looked amazing in that first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Hukporti looked absolutely incredible, and I'm sitting there like, wow, man, like this is beautiful. What do we have here? This is beautiful. And then Brunson, inefficient from the field, right? 1 of 9 from 3, but timely buckets. Our captain shut the door in the fourth quarter, and Mikal Bridges, I thought, just had a phenomenal game for the New York Knicks, and it was really Mike Brown. Look, the Knicks had 35 bench points tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 35 bench points led by Miles McBride, who I thought had one of his best games you know, in like that I've seen from Miles McBride, and we've seen a lot of them. I don't want to be overreactive. It is game one, but 15 points, some good, tough, gritty defense from Miles McBride. 4-6 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 4-7, 4-6 from 3, ladies and gentlemen, from Miles McBride. And some of those threes, I mean, we know Miles McBride to have a high arcing shot, and some of those threes were contested. They were contested, and he was still hitting them. And of course, number 13, Tyler Kolek, he's ready. He's ready. He's ready. He's been sitting back. He took off his rookie year, whether that's because of the head coach, probably because of the head coach. Barely played. We wanted to see more of Tyler Kolek, right? 14 impactful minutes off the bench. And if you don't think that matters, it does. It boosts his confidence. Now we know we can rely on him in certain situations. Didn't seem scared, like LV said when he came into the basketball game. Didn't seem shook at all. It's game one, Madison Square Garden, opening night. Tyler Kolek coming in here. I didn't even think he was going to play. Mike Brown expanded the rotation to 11. He played more minutes than Clarkson. And Clarkson looked terrible for the first 3 quarters for whatever the minutes he was in. And then the fourth quarter, he had a nice slip pass to Karl-Anthony Towns. Kind of got going in that fourth quarter. Nice dunk from Jordan Clarkson. Yabusele, you know, it'll take some time. But I love what I saw from my Knicks, guys. I love what I saw from my Knicks in game number 1. And we still got 81 of these things. And let's go. Look, 3-point attempts, 14 of 40 from the Knicks. Got up 43-point attempts, 35% from 3, right? 35%. Let me just move this over a little bit. Sorry, you guys can't see the points. 35% from 3. You love him, OG Anunoby. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of having OG Anunoby on your team, man. Because some of his ball tracking skills and some of his defensive instincts, I mean, he's gifted. Such a gifted defensive player. And they stuck him on Mobley at times. And there was a possession where OG Anunoby had Mobley in clamps that led to a Mobley missed shot in the first half. And look, the sequence where Mikal Bridges stole the ball in the first half and then dunks it, then gets the and one over Evan Mobley. I'm like, sheesh. I'm like, we are so back. I haven't got to you guys. Appreciate every single one of you in the chat. Once again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I see every single one of you in the chat. This Rover Sosa says, I love the ball movement from X. OG Cap Brunson Mikal would have played 40 plus if Tom Thibodeau was coaching tonight. That is for damn sure. Big Task says, Coach Mike Brown. What's going on, Big Task? What's going on? Lewis says, 1-0. This not Thibs Knicks. Look, get your licks in, I guess, but I just want to enjoy this one. I saw this picture of Mike Brown right here. Let's just throw this up, man. Let's enjoy this one for a night until we face the Boston Celtics on Friday night. But let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're 1-0. We're 1-0. Loud and clear. Haven't seen you in here in a while. Appreciate you, as always. He says, let's go. Shout out to Knicks Nation. Shout out to everyone in the chat. 1-0 people. Kolek was confident last year running the offense. Yes, he was. Brunson getting to the foul line. Only missed 1 free throw, right, if I'm not mistaken. Got to the free throw line. Shot 13 free throws for Jalen Brunson. 12 or 13 from the free throw line from JB. Right? Inefficient from the field. But they can't guard him. You can't guard him. He's got to the free throw line at will from Jalen Brunson. Living at the free throw line. And that's exactly where he should be living. Because he's getting fouled most of the time. And look, 23, 12, 13 from the free throw line. Slowing the game down. Let's go, man. And look, we'll get to Yabusele and everything. But right now, we just want to be, you know, positive, man. I think Deuce, El Figgy, appreciate you for becoming a member. Thank you for that. Deuce McBride, look, in that third quarter, guys, the Cavs were making a run. Cavs tied the game, right? They were making a run, third quarter doom, right? And I'm like, here we go again. New coach, same crap, right? Third quarter, I'm like, it's funny because in that third quarter, Cavs got out hot. Donovan Mitchell in that third quarter. What do you have in that third quarter? 21-point third quarter for Donovan Mitchell. And in the beginning of the third quarter, they took a run, and the Knicks answered back. And majority of the game, the New York Knicks were responding to these Cleveland Cavaliers runs. And I'm like, okay, Cleveland's good. It's the NBA. The opponent's going to make a little run. And the Knicks were answering back. I mean, Landry Shamet had some big buckets for this team. 2 or 3 from Landry Shamet. And just huge, man. It's such a beauty watching a game like this where everyone kind of contributes in their own way, right? Everyone kind of contributes in their own way. And look at the bench, 35 points. But going back to that third quarter, so Knicks cut. They answered back, and then Donovan Mitchell just went scorched earth in the third quarter. And there's nothing more you can do with that. And, in the fourth quarter, it started off well for the Knicks. Miles McBride hit a big 3 in the fourth quarter, and the Knicks, started to get some momentum. Clarkson, find Karl-Anthony Towns, and, Knicks got some big steals there. And I just thought the Knicks were meant to win this game, and they did. They closed it out. And shout out to the squad, But I just love what I saw. It's game 1. Yes, we are missing some pieces, but there is still a lot to grow from this basketball team, and that's what even gets me more excited. And look, it's one game, but it's opening night, so let's react. Let's get a little crazy, right? Let's get a little crazy. But appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Mike says, my only concern was the third quarter, but it's game 1. Won't get carried away, but absolutely beautiful tonight. Knicks basketball is back, baby. Big Taz says, exactly. Mikal Bridges looks completely different now. He looks happy and relaxed. Yes, Mikal Bridges looks relaxed. Sequence there where he got the steal in the first half, then hits a fadeaway jumper on the defensive player of the year, and you're sitting there like, wow, Mikal looks amazing. He looks awesome. I mean, I'll go back to the first quarter. Mikal in that first quarter, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist in the first. Finished with 16. I mean, he's super efficient. Just does everything extremely well. Defense was really good for Mikal Bridges. 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 16 points, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 5 stocks for Mikal Bridges. 16 points and 5 stocks. That's a hell of a basketball game from Mikal Bridges. Hell of a basketball game. Let's go. Mike says, what's up? I love when I'm wrong. Tyler Kolek, welcome home. Yeah, look, it's funny that I still do think the Knicks needed another guard, right? But Kolek tonight looked confident. He looked defensively like he was holding his own a little bit. Like they were attacking him. You could tell they were attacking him, and they were attacking Karl-Anthony Towns in that first half a lot. But Kolek looked he held his own defensively. Look, he's a small guy, so yes, when he's on the court, opponents are going to attack him. But I think, if I'm going to give Tyler Kolek a grade tonight, I'm going to give him an A. Because nothing fazed him. The 3 that he hit, and I thought one of the 3s that he missed was a goaltend, and they missed it. I got to look back at that. 2 assists, beautiful pass to a cutting OG Anunoby for a dunk. Pure point guard. And you need that off the bench. You really do. You need that pure point guard with the vision off the bench. And if he can be that consistent point guard for us off the bench, this is all we wanted, guys. This is all we wanted. What have we been crying about? Last year, just 10, 14 minutes a game from Kolek. That's it. 13 minutes from Shamet. That's it. That's all we need. That's all we wanted. Yeah, we got it. Shout out to the boys, man. Shout out to the squad. Man. Oh, Figgy says this matchup looks way different this year. Look, I'm interested to see both of these teams playing together whole because both teams are missing people. But positive step in the right direction. And let's go. 82-0 is still on the table. Let's go. 82-0. 82-0. Castro says, "Was good, nation. Great game with great defense against the #1 team last season." What did the Cleveland Cavaliers start off with last year? 9-0, something like that. 9-0, or like, I forgot their record last. It was crazy, right? And say what you want, I think this was a big win for this team. The way it looked, Mike Brown substitutions, the way the bench looked, the 35 piece from the bench, Kolek coming in, Jameson coming in. I'm sitting there like, whoa, what is happening? 11-man rotation. I mean, I'm like, whoa, what? We're not used to this as Knicks fans. We haven't been used to this over the past 5 years. And this is what we wanted. This is why when you give these guys opportunities, they shine. And this is not a shot at Tom Thibodeau. I'm just, it's just a nice feeling when these bench guys, just sophomore players, right? The sophomore players who we've been speaking about all summer long, which one is going to pop? Was it going to be Daddy? Was it going to be Kolek? Hukporti? Hukporti stepped right in and played really good in place of Mitchell Robinson, I thought. Really good. So, shout out to the squad. Job ain't done. But, great game, man. Great game. Guys, hit the Discord. The Discord link is pinned up in the chat. We'll get to your calls a little bit later. So just hit the Discord. You can join the Discord, then go to the post-game live section, and I'll get to your calls a little bit later in the stream. But once again, appreciate you guys over on X, on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button as always, man. Big Knicks win. Big Knicks win. Let's go. Need to lower this. All right. Jesse says, "We weren't going to win the championship tonight, but boy, did they look confident and unfazed. They still need to work on their three-point line defense, but this is a great start." That's the beauty of, the NBA. You got another one on Friday. Long season, guys. I mean, first game, 81 of these things left. It's going to be a long season. It's a grind, right? It's a grind. There's still things to work on. You still got guys coming back, Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson. And yes, but I thought the timely defense from the Knicks tonight, look, they gave up 111 to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I thought they hunkered down when it mattered the most. I thought the Knicks hunkered down when it mattered the most, especially Deuce, especially Shamet. Saw Shamet in there at the end, right? And Mikal and OG Anunoby doing their thing as always. Look, if Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby are going to play defense like that, and I thought tonight they were on top of their game, especially OG Anunoby, it's going to be tough for opponents because when you have Shamet coming in, Deuce coming in, your best defender's off the bench, right? And Josh Hart, you can throw him in the mix when he's healthy. It's going to be a work in progress, but there's no reason why the Knicks can be a top 10, 15 team defensively in the NBA, right? And with Mitch coming back, especially top 10. And we saw glimpses tonight, right? Again, don't want to really overreact, but it's game one. So I guess that gives me an excuse to overreact a little bit. HRM says Huck left a bunch of boards on the floor. Yeah, look, anytime you're facing Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, Evan Mobley is going to be a stud, by the way. Dude's a star. It's tough. That's a tough assignment for Hukporti. No matter who it is, it's a tough assignment for Hukporti. I thought he did a pretty good job on them. Jared Allen did nothing, man. 4 rebounds, 4 points for Cleveland. Mobley, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Donovan Mitchell, elite third quarter, finished with 31 points. I mean, Sam Morrell, they got snipers, 5 of 10 from 3. Dean Wade, 3 of 3. Larry Nance, 2 of 2. Lonzo Ball made a nice play. Tyson, Jalen Brunson had him in a blender all night. I mean, you knew Jalen Brunson was going to take advantage of that matchup. Had him in a blender. all night. 4 personal fouls for Tyson. So, look, great game for you New York Knickerbockers. And look, 35 bench points, guys. I don't think I've, like, I don't have this stat in my head, but did the Knicks score 35 bench points at all last season? Was that the most bench points they've scored in a year? I don't know. But it's a hell of a start. It's a hell of a start, man. Let's go. If that's what it's going to be, and you're missing Hart, sign me up, man. And look, credit to my podcast co-host Chris, right? He said Deuce McBride was his X factor coming in to this season. Hell of a start from Deuce. And it's now back-to-back years, game 1 of the season. Remember, he had a really good game versus Celtics in game 1 of the regular season last year. He kept like a coming-out party for him. Again tonight, 15 points, great plus 17, highest on the team. Right? 2 rebounds. Yeah, look, we have stuff to clean up, like OG Anunoby, 2 passes tonight where he just wasn't looking. 4 turnovers for OG Anunoby, yes. There's stuff to clean up. There's always stuff to clean up, right? But positive step in the right direction. And one thing I noticed tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not sure you guys noticed it tonight as well, but yes, we did. Okay. So one thing I noticed tonight is the New York Knicks do not want Jalen Brunson to take the basketball up the court. It's not that they don't want him. They want to relieve that pressure and relieve that stress off of Jalen Brunson. You saw many times tonight, you saw OG Anunoby bringing the ball up the court. In fact, OG Anunoby brought up the ball up the court a lot tonight. A couple of times, bulldoze his way to the paint. You're going to see that more and more, and that's going to open up the paint for OG Anunoby because we know he can get to the paint at will, just has to work on his handling a little bit. But OG Anunoby brought up the ball a lot, and I was surprised by that. Maybe he looked like he worked on his handle a little bit. I like it. Just got to complete the pass, for OG Anunoby. A lot of lazy passes for OG Anunoby that we saw tonight. Mikal Bridges brought up the ball. Even you saw Karl-Anthony Towns at one point brought up the ball tonight for the New York Knicks up the court. Brunson's in the corner, running sets. So you're starting to see the wrinkles and you're starting to see the different things that Mike Brown is implementing in this basketball club, and it's only game 1, and we're not even whole yet. And the Knicks dominate the rebounding battle. 48-32. That's without Big Mitch. 14 big boy rebounds for OG Anunoby. Let's go, man. So you're taking the stress off Jalen Brunson by having other guys bring up the ball off the court, right? OG, Mikal, Deuce. Hart is going to be there bringing the ball up the court. So, and obviously Mikal Bridges. So, I absolutely great game for the squad, and is only it's only going to get better for this team. Let's see if I get some. See if I can get some highlights. But yeah, it's only going to get better for the New York Knicks, right? See if I get some highlights without all right. I want the camera angles too. Let's go to the fourth quarter. All right, here is the. So on the court, you got Brunson, Shamet, Hukporti, Clarkson, Mikal. So again, captain, fourth quarter buckets. Bucket getter for Jalen Brunson. Fourth quarter buckets. OG Anunoby. Demon. Whoop. OG Anunoby, ladies and gentlemen. Demon, man. Demon. Isaiah, what's going on? I hope you had a great time tonight at the game, Isaiah. He says, what's good, Ant? The game was a blast. Can't believe how incredible the arena was. That was your first time in Madison Square Garden, Isaiah? Wow, Madison Square Garden is an incredible atmosphere, an incredible arena. especially in a playoff game. If you haven't made it to MSG in a playoff game, I highly recommend it. As you can see, OG Anunoby here, look at him guarding Evan Mobley, right? And look, he did a tremendous job. I'm trying to get to this OG Anunoby steal. This was it. This was it. Look at OG Anunoby right here. Donovan Mitchell calling for the ball. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He is a monster. He is a monster. OG's a monster, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the squad. 1-0. 81 of these things. This Rover, man. Shout out to you at the Garden. El Figgy says, good start tonight, fellas. We still have some things to work on, but a lot of positive things happening under Coach Brown. El Figgy, it's good to see you with the member badge next to your name. Appreciate that as well. Thank you for your support, as always. You've been rocking with me since day one, honestly. Shout out to you guys, honestly. Shout out to the squad. Just getting started. Got another one of these things on Friday versus Boston. Got another one of these things versus Boston on Friday. Let's go. So, subs were elite tonight. Great game. Little things to clean up, right? I mean, the turnovers, right? You want to really, in the playoffs, you can't. I mean, how many turnovers did the New York Knicks finish tonight? I think they had 15. No, that's 15 turnovers from the Cleveland Cavaliers. The New York Knicks finished with 13. I thought they had more than that. Okay, I thought they had more turnovers than that. 13 turnovers from the New York Knicks tonight. Not bad. Not bad. OG with 4. Again, complete the pass. A couple of those were lazy. Karl Anthony Towns with the foul trouble. And it's funny because I think one of the last ones, he was arguing with the referee and he literally was grabbing Jared Allen's arm. And it seems like, I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, no matter what he does, he doesn't think he fouled the guy. And it's funny, but it's frustrating at the same time because in this game, he picked up 2 personal fouls in the first quarter again. And you're sitting there like, again, Cat. And it's just, at this point, it's who he is at this point. You just have to help him. Which is why they're starting Hawk Porty, which is why they're going to start on Mitch Robinson, which is why it baffles me that they didn't go to Mitch last year when he was healthy, starting alongside of him. So you just got to help him and put him in the right situations, and that's who he is. He's going to get into foul trouble. Unfortunately, I think tonight especially he picked up 2 personal fouls early, only finished with 4, and that's a positive sign. Right, I mean, especially in a big game like tonight, wasn't really in foul trouble tonight. Picked up his 4th, I think, in the 4th quarter. So that was a positive step if you want to look at that. But Cat, yeah, with the fouls, it's honestly who he is at this point. But you just have to put in the right personnel around him to help him because he desperately needs to cut out the fouls though. He needs to, but is he? I don't know. El Figgy says, so glad Donovan Mitchell didn't get that 4-point play. Oh, my God, that 4-point play kind of looked like the LJ play, right? The 4-point play. Man, 15, 20 years ago, that probably would have been a 4-point play. Even 10 years ago, that probably would have been a 4-point play. But, yes, that would have been a huge momentum shift from Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs. I mean, he was awesome. Donovan Mitchell was a hell of an offensive player. And, yes, huge. Both teams were in foul trouble, too. Like, they were both in the penalty in the 4th quarter. So, it's not like you could pick at the Knicks for that. The Cavs were also doing their share of fouling a lot. They finished with 25 personal fouls. Knicks had 23 personal fouls. Knicks shot 36 free throws tonight. Cavs 18. And I love this number right here. 31 of 36. And 86% from the free throw line. That, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we saw Mike Brown, a couple of weeks ago, making the Knicks shoot free throws at the end of practices because free throws can lose you basketball games and free throws can win you basketball games. And us Knicks fans know firsthand that those are tough at the end of the games. You don't want to miss them. I think OG Anunoby missed 2, and you saw him at the end of the game he was killing himself from just missing those 2. But I'm not. And the game OG Anunoby played was just phenomenal and incredible. I'm not going to get on him for missing those 2 free throws. But what a game, man. What a game. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. Smash the like button for a Knicks win. Big Knicks win on this Wednesday night, October 22nd. Got another one on Friday versus the Boston Celtics. The NBA is officially back. I'm excited. I'm happy. That run in the third quarter did get me a little bit nervous. I was a little nervous. I'm not going to lie to you, but ultimately the Knicks had timely shots. Deuce with the big 4-3, and big game from Deuce. So let's go, Knicks fans. Let's go. Now the Cavs didn't have Garland, Hunter, and Strus, so let's see later. Knicks without Mitch and Hart, so I'll take it and wait to see us match up at full strength. Yes. Tony says no is not who Cat is. I feel like he doesn't work on anything different on his game. The fouls are, I think, he's been dealing with that for 10 years of his career. I think this is his 11th season. But I tweeted this on the Knicks Nation, at Knicks Nation on X from Karl Anthony Towns. I thought Towns had a big, what did I tweet? The rotations were elite from Mike Brown. I said Cat had a strong game. Remember, he's dealing with a quad strain. The quad strain's hurt. And today was kind of weird because first he was questionable, then he was doubtful, then he was questionable again. I'm like, what is going on? Despite his quad strain, it was clearly bothering him, right? I thought he played tough. And that's all you can ask for your big man. I thought he played tough. And going up against those guys in Cleveland, that's a tough assignment. No matter who it is. I thought this was a tough game from Cat. Tough. And he still finished with a double-double. 19 and 11. 2 assists. And yes, did he make comments about his offense, about him? He still doesn't know his offense within, the system. And you saw tonight, 19 points, 1 of 4. 19 and 11 on a semi-bad night, you would say, for Karl Anthony Towns. But he also was getting to the free throw line. The move he hit on who was it, Allen? Sick. Nasty. Your 2 best players on the team got to the free throw line at will 22 times from Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. Sign me up for that. Sign me up. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Isaiah says, one thing I noticed was when Donovan Mitchell stopped scoring, the Cavs had no answer. Yeah, look, they were hitting their share of threes, right? Evan Mobley did his thing in the first half, was hitting his threes and was really kind of going to have a big game. And then, he finished with 22 and 8. I thought he could have been more aggressive for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's going to be a stud. He's going to be a really good player. But, yeah. Rasul, what's going on? Appreciate you in the chat. Appreciate all of you in the chat. As always. Knicks win 119 to 111. 119 to 111. They move to 1-0 on the season. Yuri says, I'm ready for the post game. I see you, Yuri, waiting for the post game call in. Those of you in the chat, hit the Discord. Link is pinned up in the chat. You can call into the show. As always. Cat low-key double-double. Yep. Low-key double-double. And I thought, tough game for Karl Anthony Towns. El Figgy says Cat just sit out Friday. No shade. Just needs to take care of himself. You could tell it was bothering him, right? And he's tough. He's a tough cookie, man. Look. I saw today no Cat, no Hart, no Mitch. Cat wanted to play this game. And he gutted it out, and he played a tough-ass game. I'm not going to get on Cat for the little mistakes and the foul trouble. So, big game for Cat, I thought. Isaiah says, Ant, did you see Jared Allen's comments about the lights being too hot? I did. Halftime, he says the lights were... He's a personality, Jared Allen. He's a personality. El Figi says Merrill was unconscious from 3. He was scaring me. Yeah, look, anytime you have an opponent shoot, he didn't miss, right? No, yeah, they were 5 of 10. Dean Wade was the one who didn't miss. 5 of 10 from 3. And that's kind of why I wanted to keep Matthews, just to have those snipers. And the Cavs, it seems like they grow shooters on trees. I mean, it's like, bro, it's like every year they replace shooter with a shooter. And look, you need shooters in the league, but I thought tonight, Landry Shamet, I'd give him an A. Miles McBride, I'll give him an A. Shamet with two or three from 3, A. Come on. Kolek hit a 3, A. And look, Yabusele, it's clear that it's taking him some time to find his footing in this offense and to get it going. And we even saw with Jordan Clarkson tonight, he wasn't even the first or second guard off the bench. I don't even think he was the first, second, or third guard off the bench. He got subbed in late in the first or early second, and even Clarkson didn't do anything for the first 3 quarters. And in the first 3 quarters, you're like, boy, these new Knicks additions are not really providing anything for this team. And then Clarkson did some things in the fourth quarter that he can build on. But look, Yabusele, new environment, new situation. It sometimes it takes time. Like that's sometimes just the answer. Like it'll take him time. I already see on X people saying Yabusele sucks. Why did we sign Yabusele? Yabusele this, and guys, it'll take time. Just let it like breathe in, breathe out. It'll take some time with Yabu. I do think he's a little bit overweight, like this rover says. Yabu is overweight. I do think he came into camp a little bit, and it's crazy because he was playing overseas, right? So you would think he would be in more shape. Isaiah says Yabu needs to lose a little weight. Yeah, he does. I think he needs to lose like 10, 15 pounds. I think he's like 15 pounds over what he came into the season last year. Lose some weight. Learn the offense. And I do think playing with heart and, the fast-paced guys off the bench will help him. I do. He's big and, like, active, and you see him diving on the floor, and he's going to hit some big threes from us. But that's the beauty of having a deep team, right? Yabusele didn't do anything for us, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Jamison came in 8 minutes, 2 boards. Okay. That's it. That's all we want. Active. Setting hard screens. He didn't do anything. Yabusele, 12 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 foul, no points. And it didn't matter. It'll take time, and I'm going to give him time. I'm going to give him time. The guys who have been here, Shamet, McBride, Kolek, Hukporti, these guys are ahead of the game. Continuity. That's why continuity is king. You see they're comfortable. Like, that's why a lot of people just wanted this Knicks team to run it back again, because you brought back Shamet. They're comfortable. They know where guys are going to be in certain spots. Kolek just looked smooth, man. I was thoroughly impressed with Tyler Kolek tonight. So the guys who have been here for a minute are ahead of the new guys. And I expect the new guys to, hold their own. They're Jordan Clarkson's a vet, right? I mean, Jordan Clarkson's hilarious, but he's gonna have big games for us off the bench. So let's go. El Figgy says Yabu needs to lay off the croissants. Oh man. Yabu needs to lay off the croissants from El Figgy in the chat. Yabu on that Kyle Lowry diet. Yabu's going to go crazy on Friday. Let's go. Yabusele and Clarkson will find their game, and Rose is take some time, especially with a new coach as well. Yeah. Yep. There's no complaints tonight. We beat a team that we couldn't beat last year. Yabu be eating good. Yeah, hilarious. Yabu needs to get in a Charles Barkley diet. Oh, man. Barkley looking skinny. Charles Barkley looking skinny on ESPN. Charles Barkley, how about Charles Barkley picking the New York Knicks to reach the NBA Finals on the new ESPN Countdown crew? Charles Barkley giving the New York Knicks props. Hey now. Jason with the super chat. What's going on, Jason? Appreciate you. Thank you for the support, Jason. Jason says people wanted Brogdon over Kolek. Shaking my head. He can hoop. Jason, I was one of those people, Jason. I didn't want Brogdon over Kolek necessarily. I just thought you bring in Brogdon in here. He's a veteran. Been there, done that, right? And 38% career three-point shooter. I just thought it was a better fit for this win-now basketball team. But yeah, some people wanted to ship off Tyler Kolek. And look, Tyler Kolek gave a lot of people egg on their face tonight. That's for sure, Jason. And seven points, 2 assists, 1 rebound, and a 3. I mean, kids. The thing about Kolek is he's tough. He kind of has that Jalen Brunson no BS mentality to him. And that's why a lot of fans love him, right? He's tough. He's not soft. Like he's your prototypical New York Knick when he's in the game, right? He's rarely going to make a mistake. Can run an offense. And if this is what we're going to see, 10, 15 minutes from Tyler Kolek, and if he's going to give you this, maybe you don't need another guard. Maybe it's just him and Clarkson and McBride and Hart. Let's give the sophomore Nick a run. And I think they are. Game 1, 14 minutes. If he can just continue to grow off of this, again, this is why a lot of us wanted to see him last year, back-to-back versus Charlotte. I remember the game like yesterday. Tom Thibodeau had like an 8-man rotation and a back-to-back. No one played. This is the reason why the front office moved on from Tom Thibodeau tonight. So, Elfiggy said, I don't think Brogdon chose to retire, so you think the New York Knicks told Brogdon, look, man, Tyler Kolek is making the team, buddy. Just Rover says, I'm sure Brogdon could have hooped too, but his body said otherwise. Brogdon rather retire than win a ring. Winston says, go New York Knicks. Let's go. Ooh, Tony says, Yuri, quiet about Kolek. I told you last year as a rookie, he's the backup point guard. Let's get to Yuri in the Discord. Yuri has been waiting for 11 minutes in the Discord. Appreciate every single one of you in the chat. Once again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff. Let's get to Yuri in the Discord right now. You guys can call in yourself and voice your opinion. The floor is yours. This is where I give you a voice. The fans, me. A fan. Let's go. Yuri.
Yo.
How are you? What's going on, Yuri?
First things first, Cleveland, you're soft. You got out hustled, you got out rebounded, you got out dueled. Without Mitchell Robinson, without Josh Hart. Hand is L, my friend. And please, you're in trouble for the rest of the year because all the teams have footage on you. Have fun digging yourself out of the hole.
1-0, Yuri. What a game from the Knicks, man. Love what I saw tonight, man. Love what I saw from the guys. OG, incredible. Mikal, great. Brunson, free throw merchant. Getting to the free throw line. Deuce off the bench. Kolek, man. 11-man rotation, man. I haven't seen that in a while. I love it.
Kolek shut me up tonight.
Yep.
I'm going to say it. He shut me up. And I'm rooting for the young kid. Period. Hands down. Kolek's got my support. Keep grinding, Kolek. But Ant, I got to shout out one man. And we just got breaking news. Ant, we got breaking news.
What's that?
All Anthony Towns was playing through a grade 2 quad strain.
Oof.
His response. I didn't want to disappoint the fans.
Oof. Grade 2 quad strain.
Yep.
Who said that?
He said it on he said it in a post game.
You
He was
see,
playing through a
Cat.
quad too.
Yeah, I don't want him playing through that, man. I don't. But credit to him, man, gutting it out, man. He wants to be out there for his teammates, but you don't want to get that injury worse. So.
But you know what? Shout out to Cat, man. He played through it. He got a nice low key
Hold on.
double too.
He said, quote, I didn't want to disappoint the fans, end quote. And he still finished with 19 and 11. Let's go, Cat.
Way to tough it out, Cat.
Yep.
Way to tough it out. I don't want to hear nobody calling Cat soft after tonight. I don't want to hear nobody calling Cat soft tonight.
Yep.
Period. End of story. But back to the game analysis.
Yeah.
The one thing I loved from Mike Brown, and he was a mad scientist when he put out that 3-guard line. If I'm gonna just straight up say it, when he put out Clarkson, Deuce, and Kolek, I'm like, man, Brown is on some mad scientist stuff. And that 3-guard lineup for however long it was out there, that worked.
Yep.
For some reason, it's not supposed to work. It worked. And shout out to Mike Brown as well. Matter of fact, Mike Brown gets the game ball for me, man. He made adjustments that I did not think he was going to make adjustments.
Hey, and I forgot to congratulate Mike Brown, too, on his first win as the New York Knicks head coach, by the way. So, shout out to Mike Brown for that.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Shout out to Mike Brown, man. Also, Ant, how refreshing does it see that the bench put up 35 points? How refreshing is that?
Oh man. What year?
Can we go back to that stat line?
35
Can
points.
we go back to that? 35 points. I'm sorry. We have a bench.
And that's with Yabusele, no points. Jameson, no points. Clarkson, 4 points. Still put up 35. Phenomenal.
I'm proud of Cat, man. I'm proud of this team. You know what I mean? I'm proud of them. I really am proud. I have no words. The Knicks were dogs tonight.
Let's go. We were 1.5 dog. We were 2-point dogs tonight at the Garden. Disrespectful. I should have took that.
They gotta clean up that third quarter, man. They gotta clean up the third quarter.
Yeah. Like
there was one shower thing I had. It was that third quarter. They gotta find some way to clean up.
I feel like we've been saying that for like years now, Yuri, and it seems like they haven't cleaned it up. I don't know what's in the water or what do they do in the locker room. I don't know, man. But maybe the fans need to be in their seats sooner so, opponents don't see empty seats, and maybe that's giving them more confidence coming out of halftime. So, I don't know. We're trying to find the answers, though, but they do.
We're trying to find the answers. But you know what? I'm proud of how this team fought back. They're resilient, and if this is the next team we're getting every single game,
yep,
it's going to be a wild wide, and through the wins and losses.
Let's go.
It's going to be a wild wide.
Let's go. Yuri, appreciate the call, Yuri.
Love you too, brother.
Appreciate the call. Shout out to Yuri in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Yuri in the chat. Yeah, man. Shout out to Mike Brown. First win as the New York Knicks head coach. Really good win from the New York Knicks to kick off the season, man. Thank goodness they're back as well, as New York sports seem to just be not great at the moment, besides the New York Knicks, right? Yes. Yuri, the bench could have than last year if they played. Yeah, if the bench played, that's why. Look, that's why the New York Knicks went in this direction, guys. They could not bring Tom Thibodeau back and just hope that he'll expand the rotation and hope that you give him Clarkson and Yabusele. That he probably just would have, like, if Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson were out tonight, he probably just would have played like 7 or 8 guys. Like, I'm not even joking with you tonight. Right? Am I wrong? Probably just would have played 8 guys. 7, 8. That's who he is, right? But Mike Brown, fresh voice, trust in his guys, trust Kolek, trust Shamet. Jameson wouldn't have played 8 minutes, but it's 8 minutes that our starters or someone off the bench doesn't play, right? It's 8 minutes. If you look at the box score, if you look at the minutes for all the minute police, OG, Highest on the team, 37. Towns, 31. Look, that quad strain, I don't really want. I think he's probably going to be out. I think he just wanted to play opening night. And Cat, don't play through that. Like, that's serious stuff, man. Like, you don't want to hurt that strain even more. Like, quad strains are tricky. Hukporty 18, Bridges 33, Brunson 34. These are where these guys are going to be living. Low 30s. Right? Sign me the hell up. Sign me the hell up. El Figgy says, Thibs' style of basketball ran its course in New York. It did. And all day, like, I listen to New York radio. I listen to ESPN New York all day. The Thibs were taught, Thibs this, Thibs that. I think Ian O'Connor came out with a story today. Tom Thibodeau spoke. He said he felt betrayed. Story dropped today on opening day. Opening night for the Knicks. That's strategic. Him being at the Boston Celtics facility a couple of days ago. Strategic. He's out to get the Knicks. As he should. He feels betrayed. Okay. Right? Okay. Well, I feel betrayed too. Should have went to Shaman and Wright sooner. I could feel betrayed too, Thibs. Come on, man. Sit him the entire month. Talk about Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah, that strain. Don't really want to. Man, that's. Look. I know Cat wants to gut it out for the city, but if like I want him to be 100% at the end of the day, and if he's a grade 2 quad strain, like I don't want that. Hold on. So. All right, let's get to some of these comments from the guys. Right, Deuce McBride.
Amazing. I mean, playing in New York, I've been here, my whole career, and it's special every time I walk on to the floor.
Shout out to Deuce, man. Big game for Deuce McBride, man. Big game for Deuce McBride. Anything we can. All right, here's Cat's full quote.
Tweak something? Add something after change the status?
Yeah, I mean, I've been banged up and haven't really got a chance to practice or play in those last 2 preseason games. But I don't want to disappoint the fans. Dealing with a grade 2 quad strain, it's not something that's easy to deal with. But we made it happen tonight. I'm glad the fans respected. The effort I put into play tonight, and my teammates really did too. So shout out to them, supporting me and understanding the situation I was in.
How did you feel physically while you're out there?
Oh, it was hurting. For sure.
It's hurting for sure. Cat, I don't want to see him on the court, man. Like, don't play through that, please. Grade 2, I would like opening night. I love it. You wanted to be out there for your teammates. More power to you, man. But gotta get that right. It's 82 of these things. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So. Got to get that right. I'm trying to see if Mike Brown spoke. All right, so Jalen Brunson talks about the Knicks' 11-man rotation. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean it's different, but at the same time, I mean I averaged 35 minutes last year. I played 34-23. So, I mean, we're going to harp on this idea of the minutes, stuff like that. But regardless, we have a lot of players on this team that can make plays and play well. And I think the best thing about it is going out there and doing it when your number's called and being ready. And so from that standpoint, guys are going to be ready. Guys are going to be ready to go. And us as teammates got to give each other confidence regardless of who's in there.
Yeah, so Brunson loved Thibs, by the way. Trying to get to some Mike Brown. All right, Mike Brown on his first game in MSG.
What's the experience like for you at the Garden? When are your first game here as Knicks coach?
It's exciting. Again, I go back to this place is iconic, and just to know that this is our home court every night. man, it blows my mind. You know, Spike Lee came over and gave me a hug before the game. I was like, Spike, do you know who I am?
What was this first experience like for you?
Personality, man. I love it. Of course he knows who you are, man. You're the head coach. All right, Mike Brown on his rotation and playing 11 different players tonight.
I said this before. I truly believe this team is a deep team, and you give Leon Rose and his group a lot of credit for it. It's my job to keep trying to find combinations out on the floor that work, and just like they got a lot of room to grow.
Say that again.
For it, it's my job to keep trying to find combinations out on the floor that work, and just like they got a lot of room to grow, I got a lot of room to grow too, because I'm still learning them. And the neat part about it is there are a lot of different ways I can go with it, and I can learn on the fly because we have guys that can play. And I'd like to play a lot of guys. I don't know if I'll play 11 guys every night, but we'd like to play as many as we can, and we want everybody to be ready in case their number's called at any time.
Love it, man. Love the comments from Mike Brown. Knicks get their first victory of the season, ladies and gentlemen. Those are your comments from the coach, the players, and so 1-0. Got another game on Friday versus the Boston Celtics. Then we're out to Miami. Welcome to Miami. Brunson, hit some of your comments before we head up on out of here. Once again, appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for giving me your time on this Wednesday evening. Once again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. As always, man, just getting started on this season, and I can't wait for more games to come. Yuri says, music to my ears. Dibs. To find combinations that work on the floor, that work. Genius Brown. Yep. That's all we wanted, man. El Figgy says, Mike is developing young talent from day one. Dibs would never develop players. He would only give guys a chance when someone is injured. Yeah. All true, guys. All true. Dis Rover. What's going on, Dis Rover? That's what I really like about Coach Brown. Leon Rose gives him pork chops, and he makes pork chops while Thibs kept trying to make chicken fingers. Oh, man. Dis Rover bringing the heat. Appreciate you guys, man. 1-0 in the season. We got another one of these things on Friday as well. Look, great game from the guys. Got to keep building. More work to be done. Carl-Anthony Towns, rest up that quad. We need you, buddy. We don't want you to hurt that quad even more. Great game. Shout out to Dew. Shout out to Kolek. Shout out to OG. Phenomenal basketball game from OG. Shout out to Jalen. Just a good Wednesday night to be a New York Knicks fan in the city, honestly. Knicks basketball is back, and I couldn't be more thrilled to watch this team play. And the product that we saw on the court tonight, the 11-man rotation, more to come. If that's going to be like, I feel that's going to be like how it is during the regular season for the other games, sign me the hell up. I'm excited. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, Isaiah says, not going to lie, I was nervous for Kolek's defense tonight, but it looked serviceable. It did, Isaiah. It looked serviceable. Tough minutes from Tyler Kolek. Like, if you're going to come after me, I'm going to be tough. I'm going to stick my body. I'm going to take a hard foul. It's not going to be easy. I like it. Big step in the right direction from Tyler Kolek. Once again, guys, I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. I appreciate you guys giving me your time. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this post game as well. Knicks 1-0. Got another one on Friday. I'll be back on Friday. Look out for another video coming soon, shortly your way. Shout out to the members in the chat. Isaiah O'Figgy. Now remember, shout out to the members in the chat as well. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. Enjoy your night. Big Knicks win. Let's freaking go. Catch you guys next time. Peace.